In this video, Dr. Karol Kumpfer discusses the evaluative process used for analysis of the Strengthening Families Public Health Program that she founded in Salt Lake City, Utah.
The program has been going since 1982. The first population was the culture of heroin addicts and also some outpatient mental health, alcohol and drug abusers with Valley Mental Health. Then later, when it was proven to be very effective and we published, we had states contacting us. The state of Hawaii saying, we want to develop it for Pacific Islanders. The state of Alabama saying, we want to develop it for African Americans. The city of Detroit wanting to do it also for African American men as a special culture. In Colorado, in Denver, developing it for Hispanics, and then different tribes to develop for Native Americans. So over 10 years, we developed a number of different specially culturally tailored versions. This program was developed originally just for elementary school kids. And then they kept saying, well, we want a program for older kids. We want a program for younger kids. So we've actually age adapted it also for 5 different age groups. So in terms of the evaluation, of course, there's 2 different parts. You want to do a process evaluation of the quality of the implementation and the fidelity, and then you also want to do an outcome evaluation. And we always encourage every agency or government we work with to do both, because you really need both. Some are saying, well, this is already a proven program, so why do we need to do an outcome evaluation? But maybe the way you implemented it there, even if it looked like it was with fidelity, it wasn't with quality, and it just wasn't working for your families. So you always need to do an outcome evaluation. Actually, the process evaluation costs a lot more because it includes having site visitors come in and, observe, do fidelity checklists on the implementation of the program, provide feedback on how the staff can implement it better. Usually we only have a person from our company, which is Lutra Group, fly in and do a site visit once or twice a year on several different agencies in the same location. And then she will observe their groups and then also provide feedback to them the next day on how to improve the implementation of the program. For those that can't afford the process evaluation, we recommend they at least do an outcome evaluation in which they do the pre-test, post-tests, and then they send those to us. We do the data entry. The data analysis is done independently by a woman with the State Health Department, and then write a report for them comparing their results to similar agencies across the United States or in other countries. So in terms of adjustments that we would recommend be done after we've done the evaluation, it would be mostly that core elements are not included. So they may not be doing the incentives. I mean, the worst thing we've run into is people who are trying to do 2 sessions a week, and we have evaluated and discovered, yes, you're not going to get as good results if you try to cram too much into a week, or people who want to do it into a retreat setting and just jam it all in over a weekend or something. Then we recommend they go back. So in terms of evaluation of the implementation, the process evaluation, I mean, one of the things I've noticed over the years that is not stressed in courses in program evaluation is that you can do a program with complete fidelity and yet have low quality, where you're not going to get as good outcomes, and you're going to have high dropout rates. And this happened actually on one of my grants, where the grant was submitted to the federal government that we were going to develop a cultural adaptation for African Americans. And our project director decided, our officer in Washington decided that after the first year they wouldn't let us do that. They wouldn't let us develop a culturally specific version. And it took all of the steam and air right out, just deflated basically all of the staff, because they were all African American. They were all excited about that they were going to contribute, and the parents were going to contribute to this African American version. And so they went ahead and did the rest of the 3 years of the grant, knowing that, we were videotaping them, that it was going to be done with complete fidelity. They had the fidelity checklists, and we had like 95, 99% fidelity. But it was low quality because they just weren't enthusiastic about it. If they aren't committed and they don't believe in it and they don't infuse the parents and the kids with this idea that this is going to be the best thing for your family and you're really going to see major positive changes, and they're enthusiastic about it, basically, say that that's the true believer. If the implementer is not the true believer that this program is really going to help the clients, then that's a missing ingredient that really contributes to outcomes. I've had so many experiments basically done with implementations over the years by different agencies that I've got a pretty good sense for what it takes to have a really good implementation.